Yo, what up, y'all? Source here. And yeah, we're going to try something new. People have been asking me for a few weeks, probably a few months, to start doing some album reviews. So, what I'm going to do is take some old, some new, some borrowed, some blue, mix them all together and do some album reviews. Oh, freestyle. No, I'm just joking. Nah, for real though, I'm gonna start doing a few album reviews and no better time than the present. We're gonna start things off with Phife Dawg, Forever. If you know me at all, you know that this album is special because A Tribe Called Quest is my favorite group of all time, bar none, any genre, any style, anything. A Tribe Called Quest over everybody. Now, with the passing of Phife and then the subsequent release of Tribe's last album, which we can assume will be Tribe's last album, I enjoyed that project and it had some dope joints on it, but it didn't feel complete. I don't know how this album is coming out so much later, but it feels full. It feels full to me. And the best word I can use to describe it is beautiful. For real. Let's just start at the beginning. Cheryl's Big Son is the opening track. It's actually a voiceover. Well, not a voiceover. It's actually a recording of Phife and his mom, I believe, talking, having a conversation. And it was with him as a child, with Phife as a child. And it leads into the first actual song, which is track 2, produced by Ninth Wonder. Shout out to Ninth. Only a Coward. Dope way to start out. I was surprised this was the first song just by the title, Only a Coward. I thought that was an odd first song title, but it worked well. Trust me, I am not blowing no extra smoke because I love Tribe. This project is love, for real. The next joint is very dope. Fall Back, produced by Crisis. Shout out to Crisis. It features Rhapsody, who I actually have a song with back in the day, back in like 07. So she's always special to me. And Renee from John A. If you know, you know. I love John A. They had their first 2 albums were so crazy, so underappreciated, but they are both fire. Do yourself a favor and check out John A's first 2 albums, for real. Fall Back was dope. Rap, murdered that joint. Rap murdered that joint, as always. So that's one of my favorite joints on the album. Next up, Nutshell Part 2. We've all heard Nutshell, most likely, featuring Busta and Redman and produced by the late, great Jay Dilla. Y'all already know what that is. The next joint was Sorry, featuring V Rich, who laced the vocals. Actually, V Rich laced vocals on the intro and this joint. So shout out to V Rich. Produced by VA's own Knots, and Knots did 2 joints on the album. Crazy, and I am not exaggerating. That's all I can say is I'm not exaggerating, because I feel like, because y'all know that I love Tribe, you think that it's going to be all rosy and, everything's great about the album. It's just a well put together project. Sonically, it's just beautiful. It's just a beautiful project. Next up, Dear Dilla, featuring Q-Tip on the hook. I was hoping to get a little more from Q-Tip on this project, but, it wasn't meant to be. Produced by DJ Rasta Root, dope joint, speaking to the late, great Jay Dilla. Next up, another Crisis-produced banger, Wow Factor, featuring Maceo from De La Soul. If you don't know about Crisis, Google Crisis. I hope I spelled it right. KrYsis. Google Crisis, because Crisis is always on the board. with the heat. No doubt, no doubt. Residential Curiosities is next. Another smoothed out vibe featuring Lyric Jones. Again, beautiful sonic background, and Phife does his thing on every track as expected. Godsend. Sheesh. Shout out to Dwelle. Dwelle's on this joint. Back in the day, mentioning myself again, I actually sent a song I wrote to Dwelle through one of my homies' lawyer. I feel like it got to Dwelle, and then it just died at that point. I don't really know if it got to Dwelle or not in real life, but I'm assuming it did, and he just didn't rock with it. Either way, I sent the song to Dwelle, hoping that he would scoop that joint. Didn't work out. Life goes on. Keep hope alive, though. This is a dope joint, Godsend, produced by Bobby Ozuna and G. Coop. I don't recognize either of those names, but they did a fantastic job on this track. I wish I could make it seem like I had some up and down and more feelings about this joint outside of it's beautiful. It's beautiful, though. Like if you put it on shuffle, which I haven't done yet, and listen to the album in totality, you're gonna say it's beautiful. It just is. That's the best word to describe it. Next up, a little poetry from Phife's mom, Cheryl Boyce Taylor, Round Irving High School, produced by Angela Wimbush. Word? Yeah. Fire. Phife's mom is a talented poet, and she laced that joint. The musical bed is beautiful. Beautiful is the word of the day. I'm sticking with it. Next up, French Kiss Toi, featuring Illa J and Redman. Produced by Potato Head People. Smoothed out joint. French Kiss Toi, the name threw me for a second, but again, when you hear the sonic background, Phife vocals, and the guest appearances, it's another dope, beautiful joint. Respect. Next up was an unexpected song that, if I'm not mistaken, Phife is not on. But who is? Posthumous de la Soul fame, Phonte, Big Pooh, a.k.a. Lil Brother, and Darian Brockington. Again, I mentioned I had a joint with Rhapsody back in the day. Darian Brockington was actually on my album back in the day as well. So shout out to D Brock. Dope joint. I mean, you can't go wrong with these three lyricists, and then D Brock vocals as well. Produced by The Rue. I hope I'm saying that right. The Rue and Luke Austin. Fire joint. Fire joint. And then we get to the finale, which I'm just gonna keep it a buck with y'all, between Two Live Forever, which is the Posthumous Lil Brother joint, and Forever, which is the last song on the album. Dog, those two joints almost took me down. I ain't gonna lie to you. They almost took me down. Almost had it was close. If there was a tear that fell, I would tell y'all. There wasn't, but it was mighty close. Beautiful song, beautifully done by Knots. Shout out to Ali Shaheed Muhammad. I believe he had a hand in putting this whole thing together. It's just a sonically beautiful album. I feel like, I don't want to say it closes the chapter on Phife, because Phife will live forever through his music and through the people that knew him. But I just love the way this album was put together. All I can tell you is cop that, give it a listen. You're going to listen more than once. It's legitimately a beautiful project, a beautiful spirit from the project. And as mentioned by one of my people on TikTok, I can't remember who said it, I wish that we could have gotten Forever, the last song, Forever. If nothing else, I wish that we had gotten that song while Phife was still alive. Listen to it and you will understand. All right. So this is my first album review. One hitter quitter, one take Jake. And hope y'all enjoyed it. And I hope y'all check in as I continue to do this. And we'll see what this leads to. All right. Y'all have a great day. Have a great life. Live your life. Celebrate your life as we celebrate Phife as well as Jay Dilla. Rest in peace to both of those gentlemen. And yeah, it's always hip hop. You know how I get down. Source, of course, out here.